Get ready. It's time for a well-deserved break, Pittsburgh, with Heather Abraham and David Highfield from the KDKA TV studios. It's Pittsburgh Today Live.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
This is unusual for us.
It is.
And we're just airing on CW and on CBSN Pittsburgh. So if you're watching us right now on CBSN Pittsburgh, hello. And later on Pittsburgh CW, hello.
Thank you for watching. Yeah, of course, the presidential inauguration going on. So that's why we're not airing on KDKA live. But anyhow, we appreciate you joining us because we have lots of things to talk about today. And one of them is actually related to the presidential inauguration.
Yes.
Because we thought we had covered every aspect of the presidential inauguration.
Yeah.
Everything that's going on. No.
No.
There is one stone we did not overturn yet.
Are you sitting down? So we have been talking about Lady Gaga, Garth Brooks, some of the big names that are going to be participating. Then we found out that, do you remember the ocean spray guy? You know, the one with the Fleetwood Mac song and riding on a skateboard drinking ocean spray? We'll remind you with this video. So
we love this guy.
We love this guy, and he's going to be part of the festivities for the inauguration.
This is so wild. So his name is Nathan Apodaca, and so of course over the fall, this video went viral.
Yeah.
And in fact, he's singing the Fleetwood Mac song "Dreams," or it's playing there. He's not singing it. But I've always been amazed when I watch this what a cool cucumber he is. He's on like a ramp to a highway.
You know what? Nothing
does mouth it. Yeah, he lip syncs it.
Truck broke down. He hopped on his skateboard. He had wherever he was going. He took his ocean spray with him. He was not going to let him get him down.
Yeah, and that's exactly the kind of reason that he has been invited to be part of the inaugural parade. Although my understanding is that it's a virtual parade.
It's a parade across America. Normally, this would be the parade that takes place down Pennsylvania Avenue, but because of COVID and having really, I think there were 1,000 people in attendance this year for the inauguration.
For the inauguration, yeah.
So because of that,
limited.
And a lot of security and all of that, they're having this virtual parade across America. And so he's going to be taking part.
Still pretty cool that they invited him, and they said he produced a feel-good video that uplifted the world this fall during social unrest and the pandemic, and they just thought it would be great to include him. And he is really paid off for Fleetwood Mac because that song shot up the charts again.
Yeah.
So, and then everyone wanted to do one of their videos. We did videos like that. We are not going to show you those videos again.
You know, there are so many. I love the idea of this parade across America and highlighting some of the inspirational stories we've seen take place. I saw the one that was on CBS Evening News last night with the little girl who was giving out lemonade coupons and wound up raising $50,000 to help people with food insecurity. She wanted to raise, I think her goal was like $100 or something, or less than $100.
Right.
And then she raised over $50,000. So she's going to be part of that. And who else? Oh, the teenager that we were talking about this morning who stutters.
Oh, right.
There's just all these
who you saw at the Democratic National Convention. He delivered this message, and Joe Biden had offered him advice because Joe Biden dealt with that whenever he was a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
So politics aside, I mean, I don't know Nathan's political viewpoints.
Right.
It's just these inspirational stories that are kind of uniting us. And I think it's okay to remember we're all neighbors. We're all in this together.
And especially this year.
Yeah.
So much has happened. So, that we're living through a pandemic, and to show off people that uplifted and can uplift others, I think that's a great thing.
I think so too.
All right, this might uplift you. How about winning the big Powerball Mega Million jackpots? So the latest is no one won the Mega Million.
Yeah.
So the jackpot was at $865 million. The jackpot has now climbed to $970 million.
I keep thinking, this is so silly. Please forgive me. But I keep thinking of the headline for whoever wins, and if it were to be me and Frankie, I just think local news lady and firefighter husband win the jackpot. Like, I just think.
But you know what? People say it's good to visualize what you want to happen.
Yeah.
So visualize the headline, put it out there to the universe, and maybe it'll come true.
Yeah. Or like the firefighters will often go in on tickets, you know? So I think like Pittsburgh firefighters win big. Like this just.
I love how you read newspaper headlines.
Like
Pittsburgh firefighters win big.
So
like you're a radio announcer from the 40s.
I know. Well, you know that's my go-to voice that I do.
That's your go-to voice.
Well, what do you say, David?
All right, and it's not just the Mega Millions. We mentioned the Powerball. So there were no winners over the weekend for the Powerball. So it is estimated, the drawing is tonight, and it is estimated at $730 million. I mean, it just those kind of numbers just boggle.
Yeah.
I'm bad at math to begin with. Numbers are just not my thing, but I know that number is a good one.
I keep thinking about you too, and what you said yesterday about, you know, I have my numbers, but I don't always play them. So when I see that they haven't hit, I feel like I've saved money because I didn't spend it on a ticket.
So are you concerned at this point that I'll see my numbers come up? Because I have a set of numbers that when I do play, I have them, but then many times I don't play, unless I'm really doing a story in the lottery or something, I don't play. And, you know, but then I watch the drawing just to make sure my numbers didn't come up.
Yeah, I worry about your mental stability if your numbers do pop up.
I'll call you. Like, Heather, it happened.
It finally happened.
It happened. All right. Hey, one way to sort of de-stress in a stressful world, certainly if that happened to you, I'm not sure meditation would be strong enough to help you. But, you know, we talk about meditation all the time and being mindful.
Well, it's become so popular that it really caught the attention of some researchers from the University of Cambridge. They wanted to look at this and really see, you know, how much does meditation truly help? And what they wanted to do is compare meditation to doing nothing. Or like these mindfulness groups to doing nothing. So it's not like, you know, you were also getting therapy or doing something else, but this is really to see how this helped with mental health. And the researchers said that we showed that compared with doing nothing, mindfulness reduces anxiety, depression, and stress and increases well-being. But we cannot be sure that this will happen in every setting.
So what does that mean?
So,
does that mean that, like, you know, like if you live in a neighborhood with a lot of noise and trucks coming by and all that kind of stuff, that you can meditate as much as you want and it's not going to help?
Well, I think what they said is some of the trials, because they were all across the world, they can't say that every single one was the same and every single mindfulness program is the same.
Oh, okay.
But I think
in general, it's better than not doing something.
Nothing. But I also think that we have to have real honest conversations about mental health. And if you're stressed because you have a stressful job, okay, maybe meditating at night is going to help you. If you have clinical depression or, you know, clinical anxiety and, you know, maybe sitting down for 5 minutes of alone time is not going to cut it, and that's okay too.
That needs to be addressed in a different way, because that's a very different thing. But I did a story, and this was 5 years ago, on mindfulness and sort of how it was just picking up steam. And so I was part of a meditation class in Shadyside at UPMC, and there you see me there sitting with these.
Oh my gosh, look how close you're sitting to other people.
I know, this was obviously pre-COVID, 5 years ago. But what was, first off, I will say the class was interesting to get used to, because I only went to one of them, and it was weird to meditate with people right next to you because you could hear other people breathing.
Oh, that's so annoying.
And that was weird. But they did a marvelous job of talking you through what you should be doing. Yeah. And so, you know, I really only learned the very basic level for this. So it was, for me, like some people have mantras and other things. For me, it was about trying to just not think about anything. So like you concentrated on breathing and breathing in, and you felt the breath inside you as your lungs filled up. Oh, I should open my eyes because I'm back on TV. And then you felt the breath go out. Yeah. And your mind would start to wander, and they said, no, just bring it back. Bring it back to just paying attention to this. And if you do it, I almost immediately felt less stress. And I don't know if that was psychological or what, but it worked for me.
It did work for you.
So I'm a big believer in mindfulness, and I should continue to do it. And I do it when I get stressed out. I don't do it on a daily basis.
I don't know that I could ever clear my mind. I just was thinking about how my IFB is staticky and how I was going to make 3-bean soup when I got home today, and how that would be really nice to sit down for 5 minutes and try and think about breathing. You should
take the time and just concentrate on your breathing, because I bet you will notice a difference.
I'm thinking this next thing would make a difference for
make
me.
a better difference.
So you may remember this when we were talking about in Iceland, this screaming. They wanted to hear people scream, and they were going to release it in Iceland over loudspeakers.
Sort of, yeah. Over loudspeakers. This was the tourism bureau in Iceland.
Right.
And this was all a way to sort of cope with 2020. But hey, we're going to show you the video to remind you of how this went down.
Yeah. I feel this. I feel this hardcore.
This was a wonderful idea because it got so many people's attention, and so you could like record your scream, and then they would play it on loudspeakers next to waterfalls in Iceland or whatever.
There you go.
There you
There's
go.
the yellow box.
So now there's something else.
Yeah, this is a website, and it's called Just Scream. So you call the number, you scream as loud as you want for as long as you want, and then you can hang up. It's saved to the website, but you have to do this before tomorrow. They stop recording them tomorrow. I think that I could do this. Can I just tell you this? I'm going to have a moment here. Adult to adult.
Okay.
Parents to parents, if you're at home. There is this noise that comes out of me at the end of the day when I get frustrated with my kids that I don't know who I am anymore.
So this is different than the Corona sigh.
This is different.
This is like when you're yelling at the kids?
I wouldn't call it yelling. It's like the demon within me. It's like this growl, like, just get it yourself, like something like that.
So at that point, you were at the end of your rope,
Yeah.
and the growl comes out. I've never heard the Heather Abraham growl.
So I think that I could do this. I think that I could log
well,
on
then
or
your
call
time,
this website.
time is running out. Tomorrow is the
Yeah.
last day for it.
Yeah.
So you need to call and give them your growl.
I don't think I'm alone in this. I feel very alone right now because the studio is so empty that I feel like, yes,
No, but I
may
think
be
we
the
all
only
get
one
to that point, you know?
that we feel like growling.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes it just becomes too much. And so screaming is a good thing. And,
It's like Mama Bear comes out in a different way.
Gary makes fun of me for the way I yawn. Because like sometimes I sort of yawn and stretch and I make a noise. Like I don't do that at work.
Yeah.
But like if you're at home and you sort of just feel free and you're kind of making this.
Is it like a grizzly bear kind of
It's
noise?
like it's probably kind of loud. And he says, are you okay?
Isn't it so
like,
funny
that
the little
sort of thing.
things we get annoyed with our partners?
Well, it's true. They're little things though.
The little things
I mean,
we can all get past.
exactly.
Okay.
All right, I'm glad we've had this time together. I'm glad we've had this
Feels
chat.
so much better.
Do you feel better?
I do. I do.
Like that whole block was like therapy. All we need to do is win the millions and then we're set. All right, right now it is time for a break because we have a lot to get to this hour, including some good cooking with Rania. Perfect for a cold day like today. She is in her kitchen making a big batch of hot soup inspired by Trisha Yearwood's recipe. And so that should be good. I love watching Trisha Yearwood too.
I know, she's such a great chef. Plus, great news for families looking for ways to keep kids engaged when in school and after school programs are canceled. We'll show you a wonderful opportunity for them ahead. And get this, the classes are free, best part.
We always love free. And get ready to get moving. Selena Papiani is teaming up with Aubrey Warwick to show us exercises we can do at home, no matter the weather, to keep us fit this winter.
It's a red, white, and blue on too. It's all ahead this Wednesday, January 20th, Inauguration Day. Thanks for watching PTL on CBSN and the CW. We're glad you're here.